This conference will now be recorded.
All right. Well, thank you all very much for joining me today. We have like usual, we have a nice mix of people that have been here before and kind of know the drill. And then we also have some new people, which is great because we get to meet new faces and new faces get to meet us. And basically this meeting is very simple and we have basically more or less three parts to it. The first part is we'll just do a round of introductions. Oh, there's Victor. Now we can see you. Um, so I'll just first of all mute everybody, and then unmute you one at a time so you can take a minute or two to introduce yourself to the rest of the group. The second part of the meeting is hopefully those introductions will trigger some questions. So I'll unmute everybody, and if there was an introduction that they have some questions or comments or whatever, feel free to do that. And then I usually try to get people out just 5 or 10 minutes before 3 because I know myself included. Now we all have Zoom meetings back to back to back, and because it's just computer, people tend to be pretty punctual. So I'll try to wrap it up 5 or 10 minutes before the hour. But usually we have time at the end for freestyle conversation. So as long as we keep it under control, we can talk about anything you guys want to talk about. We can talk about business, we can talk about coronavirus, we can talk about the elections. So hopefully there'll be a couple minutes at the end for that. Does that sound pretty good?
Sounds good.
Okay, excellent. All right, so I did it correctly, muted everybody, and I just unmuted Alejandra, who's always number one on my list. Luckily, she knows exactly what we need to do. So Alejandra, if you could please introduce yourself and to the rest of the group.
Did everybody hear how I'm number one in his list, right? Okay, just put that for the records. Hi, everybody. My name is Alejandra. It's great to meet you all. I always love to start by thanking Sal for creating this space for all of us. I feel like, family with these guys already. I come see them every 2 weeks because I really have gotten a lot out of this networking event. So thank you so much, Sal, for everything that you do for all of us. And I'm excited to see some of my old friends and some of the new friends. So welcome to the call. My name is Alejandra. I am actually a regional vice president with ACN. I am a representative, so I own my own business with an ACN. ACN is a 27-year-old company that markets essential services for both residential and commercial, going from electric to gas to internet to cell phones to payment processing. So anything that no residential home or business cannot live without. So what do? I do two things. I save people money and I generate residual income for people. So on the one end, I just lowered somebody's 2 homes gas bills like the 1 second before this call. So I love to help people, and business owners, be able to save money on bills they're already paying. And that's one of the things that I do. And the second thing that I do, which to me I love a lot more, is, help normal people, everyday people, business owners that maybe do not have residual, generate a residual income on the side. I've been doing it for many, many, many years. So I love doing what I do. I do it internationally as well. So I have teams in the US and outside of the US. If I have to tell you a referral, outside of, I think, the normal, somebody that is looking for a second stream of income or doesn't have residual or doesn't have a good retirement plan, that is a little bit of general. I think like when we talk referrals, it's much better to be a little bit more specific. So if I have to be a little specific, who do you know in the real estate world? So whether that's an agent or a broker or an inspector or a mortgage person, what I work with in the real estate world is by developing a concierge service where the customer and the client that they have is better served, or tenant in the case of real estate investors, better served at the time of move-in with services, and that other person has an ancillary service on their pocket where the real estate professional can generate residual income on something they're already doing. So that's my niche. That's where I like to park my car. Of course, small business owners as well. I think today more than ever, but that's what I do. And again, I'm Alejandra with ACN, and I'm really looking forward to getting to know all of you and see how I can refer you as well.
And let's see, I am going to, next on my list, if I can unmute. Why isn't this working? Okay, there we go. Now it's working. Next on my list is Barbara Klein. So Barbara, if you could please unmute yourself from your end and introduce yourself to everybody.
Hi, everybody. I'm Barbara Klein. Thank you, Sal, for hosting this meeting. I always enjoy it. I am the love coach. I am the owner of the Best You Dating and Life Coaching, and I love helping singles who are frustrated and lonely by teaching them how to discover their own self-worth so they can fall in love with someone they're aligned with. I also run 2 meetup groups. One is called Self-Improvement Singles, and the other is called Surviving and Thriving Divorce. And those are my way of giving back to the community in order to help people that are either frustrated, lonely, struggling with online dating, or fearful of online dating. And also, the divorce group is to help people that are really struggling and hurting going through the separation and divorce process, because it is a death of something. It's a death of a relationship. It's the death of your dreams, of what one expected their relationship to look like for the rest of their lives. And so people do need help and support during that process. So those are the ways I give back to my community. And for an ideal client would be someone who is unattached and either is afraid to go on a dating website, not having success on a dating website, had some fearful experiences meeting people, or was spammed or scammed, and is really afraid, or just really needs to know why they're not having success meeting somebody that really meets their criteria. So thank you again. I'm Barbara Klein, the love coach.
Fantastic, Barbara. Thank you very much. And just going down my list here, Jack, your image is frozen, but I think you can hear us, and I think we can hear you. So if you could please introduce yourself to the rest of the group.
Yeah, you guys can hear me, because my picture was up and then it was okay. Good. Anyway, Sal, again, thank you. We all kind of owe you a little debt of gratitude here for organizing this every couple of weeks, and certainly appreciate you. I'm basically, I don't want to say retired, but I'm retired from what I did for a living for over 40 years, which is the advertising agency business. I ran my own agency for probably close to 30 of those years, and it's kind of a retirement gig, I guess, although what I now do actually got me out of the corporate world a little bit earlier. I work with a science-based manufacturing company called Melaleuca. Some of you may or may not have heard of them, but they have evolved after 35 years into the largest private online wellness shopping club now in North America. And what I'm basically looking for, for those in a position where business may not be as good as it needs to be, and a lot of people, of course, have been affected by the pandemic. I'm looking for people that are proactive towards health and wellness. We have a very strong customer base, a couple million customers. We're in 19 countries, and the majority of our customers are just customers. They love the products. They're better. They're safer. They're affordable. And a percentage of us have been incented by the company to help tell the story, basically educate people about what we do. It's kind of a thing they're calling now intellectual distribution, which is one-on-one customer education. And basically, we're independent. You're in control of your own schedule. Like Alejandro's business, it is a way to develop a nice plan B. There is a residual income. Our reorder rate is 96% month to month, which basically tells you a couple of things. One, the products are excellent. Two, they're affordable. And three, if you're interested in doing what I do, it can become a nice residual income as it has for us over time. So again, looking for people that are into health and wellness products, better, safer stuff, and people that might be open to a plan B. Sal, I'm going to have to take off in about 15 minutes. I have to pick up my grandson. This is recorded because I'd like to hear the rest of everybody's talk, and like Alejandra, I'd like to refer anywhere I can business to you guys. So this will be recorded, and I can come back on later. Is that correct?
That is absolutely correct.
Okay.
As soon as the recording processes, I send an email
Good. I
with
thought you
the
did
link
that.
to
Okay.
everybody.
I'll be
And
here
by the
for
way,
another
that reminds
15,
me real
20
quick, and
minutes.
I've seen some of you doing it. Don't forget to put your contact information in the chat, because when I send that email, I also attach whatever you put in the chat. So if you put your contact information, email, phone, whatever, then everybody will have it. So they
Okay.
can get a hold of you afterwards if they want to have a one-on-one. But thank you for taking some time to join us, Jack, and
Yeah, you bet.
definitely.
I look forward to getting to know all of you. And again, anywhere I can refer business, I certainly would be happy to. So.
Perfect. All right. Well, next on my list is Keith Rich. And Keith, if you could unmute yourself from your side and introduce yourself to the group.
All right, good afternoon. Can everybody hear me okay? Can you hear me, Sal?
Yep.
All right, perfect. So appreciate you inviting me here today, Sal. Hope everybody had a good weekend. My name is Keith Rich. I'm an independent finance broker. My background is in banking, securities, and insurance. I help business owners and real estate investors secure the financing that they need for either their operations or their acquisitions. So it can be startup businesses or established business owners. As far as the loan amounts, some of the loan programs start at as low as 10,000. Some of them go up to, well, some of them start at 3 million and go up to around maybe 100 million. So if you guys know of any business owners that need any type of funding, whether it's for their operations, equipment, maybe they want to buy another business, acquisition financing is available. Feel free to contact me. Or I also have an affiliate program where professionals like business brokers I work with, real estate brokers, other bankers, that are able to earn 40 to 50% net commission on any funded referral that they send over to me. So there is an opportunity for professionals that work with clients needing financing. Feel free to use me as a resource.
Okay, perfect. Thank you very much. Don't forget to put your contact information into the chat. And next on my schedule or my list is Rhoda, although I think she stepped away from the computer for a second. So Rhoda, are you there? Okay, no big deal. We'll come back. And gosh, I apologize. I hope I don't mispronounce this, but is it Selah Brooks? Yep. Selah, if you could please introduce yourself,
Can you
and
hear me?
then we'll go back to Rhoda.
Okay. Could you guys hear me?
Yep.
Yeah, it's Selah. It's like Selah V without the V. Is it?
Okay,
Are
you
we
want
gonna
to
go
take
back?
a minute and introduce yourself?
Oh, okay. Sorry, I thought you said we're gonna go back to Rhoda, but yeah, I'll introduce myself. So, I'm Say. Here's a little bright, but yeah. So my name is Selah. It's like Selah V without the V. I work for Dula Media. We're a digital marketing company. I'm out of LaPorte, Indiana. And so I want to also thank Sal. Sal, you the man of the hour. Everybody's thankful to Sal, but so I want to thank Sal for letting me be able to come on. So my company, we work with businesses, whether they be it's commercial, residential, basically any business of any industry. So we provide websites, custom video, custom drone work, social media management. Basically, we just do anything online marketing. And what's funny is because I used to tell people like, hey, if you know a business owner or you're a business owner and you guys are looking for digital marketing or online advertising, our office is like the wheel of fortune, just come on down. But since the virus and the Rona cooties been going around, nobody's been coming down. Everything's been over Zoom or video. So, our goal is, we just try to be like the Swiss Army knife, in the marketing world, because right now with the virus, it's a booming industry, because a lot of businesses really need online advertising because a lot of people, they either furloughed or they've, been laid off. They're sitting at home. Google has seen an increase of traffic. YouTube, Facebook has seen an increase of traffic. So that's kind of been the best way to kind of advertise your business right now is to use these platforms because everybody's already using them, but now it's so ridiculous about like how much traffic they actually get. And so referrals, I'm looking for, like I said, any kind of business in any industry. Small business, it doesn't really matter. We can help everyone. I did put my LinkedIn profile in the chat. If you guys know anybody, you guys can refer them back. But I just appreciate the time from all of you guys, and I'm excited about meeting everybody and learning more about you. So I guess I'll pass it back to you, Sal.
Perfect. No, that's great. Thank you very much. And
No problem.
Rhoda, we were going to have you introduce yourself. You stepped away for a second, but if you'd like to introduce yourself to the rest of the group, please.
I apologize for stepping away. I'm in Indianapolis, Indiana, and it's really fitting that I go right after Selah because I do the word part of digital marketing because there are many, many digital marketing firms and they focus on everything from SEO to video to web design, but my company totally focuses on the wordsmithing piece. So we often work for people like you, Selah, where we are hired to create the content. So we are a team of ghostwriters. Primarily, we write blogs, although we do articles and website content and brochures and whatever. But the idea is keeping what I call drill sergeant discipline. Because when you go on a website, 9 out of 10, you hit the blog tab, and the last entry was 6 months to 2 years ago because they started it and they just can't keep up the content. And sometimes even our clients, even though we're doing it, they can't even have the time to stay in touch with us, even though we want to stay in touch with them. So this is not an easy thing. Our oldest client has been doing 4 blog posts a month for 10 plus years. And because they are able to cooperate with our writers, that they were able to realize a lot of traffic because of this. My company is unusual in 2 ways. Number one, we offer by contract. The copyright to the material goes to the customer, so we can never reuse it. And number 2, we offer them an exclusive in their marketplace. So for the duration of the engagement, whether that's forever, we will not take anyone whom they consider to be a competitor as a client of ours. So we really are part of their company, part of their sales team. My own favorite kind of writing is for professional practitioners, attorneys, CPAs, particularly right now I'm looking for a family law attorney, someone who specializes in adoptions and maybe even in divorce. And also for medical practitioner, a dentist who has some kind of specialty, a cosmetic surgeon who wants to tell people how they can improve their lives and how he or she can help them do that. So I'm in Indiana. The clients and the writers are all in Indiana, but the clients are literally in Canada and all over the US. So we are looking for more contacts around the country, and the tagline, of course, is "We say it for you."
Okay, perfect. Thank you, Rhoda. And let's see, we have up next Stephanie. If you could please introduce yourself to the group.
Good afternoon, everyone. My name is Stephanie Rukin. I'm from Chicago, Illinois. And on April 2nd of this year, I completed my bachelor's degree in business management at National Louis University. Prior to entering National Louis, I was an administrative assistant at the Cancer Wellness Center of Northbrook, Illinois. I was sitting at my desk one day receiving calls, answering questions about the center and the programs offered there. But I knew one day I wanted to play an even larger role in helping organizations succeed and fulfill their mission. For me, that meant I wanted to pursue a career in the world of human resources because it meant for me to focus on the most important aspects of a company, its employees, whether it's potential for me to fill a position, conduct training and development sessions, employee relations, payroll, and benefits. I'm seeking a position where I can utilize my outstanding communication skills, time management, administrative, leadership, and interpersonal. I'm organized, self-disciplined, a team member who collaborates well with others. I'm looking forward to learning more about the world of HR management. Thank you.
Fantastic. Thank you very much, Stephanie. And
Thank
last
you.
but not least, Victor, if you could take a minute or two to introduce yourself.
Hey, good afternoon, everyone. Happy election eve day. I don't know what it should be. It should be a holiday. I think it absolutely should be a holiday. Makes it a little easier. Hope everyone's well. My name's Victor Hatuk. I'm using my cell phone right now, so I hope I'm coming in somewhat loud and clear. It's giving a weird angle of my face here. But if I opened up the windows behind me, you would see the suburbs of St. Louis, where I currently live. I am a financial advisor for a company called Edward Jones, which we have a pretty big national presence, so you probably have seen a lot of our offices. I've been with the company for about 14 years. I am a certified financial planner, and pretty much what I do is I work with families. I work with individuals to try to find out what are the things that are really critical and important to them, so we can make sure that we have some strategies to help them out with their finances. Being the fact that I've been with the company for so long, and I am a certified financial planner, I try to take a more holistic approach to really seeing what their situation is like. In one instance, I always kind of like pride myself as being a sort of doomsday prepper when it comes to financial planning, which when I started back in 2006, was very aptly put, because 07, 08, when the housing crisis hit, it was a big moment of uncertainty for a lot of folks. Luckily, a lot of my clients, I was able to coach them along so they would be able to see that, it's times like these where people really have to be disciplined with their money. And that's what I help families out with, really developing the right habits and financial discipline to really make sure that they can stick towards their goals. As I mentioned, that I'm sort of a doomsday prepper, but as you can tell, I'm a pretty happy, cheery guy. I prefer to talk about like happy stuff. I'm a big fan of travel. Some of you I've met on other networking events. I'm a big fan of travel, so helping families to really daydream where they want to be able to go, where do they want to retire, where do they want to be able to maybe work in retirement, things like that. I actually have over here a bookshelf of just nothing but travel guides and books to help people really think, all right, if I go to France, for example, am I just going to go to Paris, or am I going to really see France? And that's where I really want to make sure that folks get a chance to have a good experience, because again, life's too short. We just never know what will happen. So how I can be a resource for all of you, by all means, I'd love to be able to connect with you all on LinkedIn to learn a little more about yourself, to see if I have, families or clients that I work with that could use your services. I'm also looking to have a co-host a networking event for more Missouri-focused businesses. You all would be definitely welcome to attend, but it would give you an opportunity to talk with more potential business opportunities in the St. Louis, Kansas City metro areas, etc. So that's going to be something that's going to be kicking up in about a month or so. And also how I can be a resource for all of you going forward. Again, there's a lot of uncertainty in the world right now, and especially when it comes to the economy and the markets. If I can be a resource for yourself or anyone that you love, please feel free to reach out to me if you want to have that conversation. I'm big in terms of education. So one thing that I've been doing to help people keep updated is that every single month I do a virtual coffee club where we get a chance to talk about what's happening in the market. And I can give a little spiel about how to make sense of all the headlines. But because it is a virtual coffee club, I try to bring a travel element to it. So every single month we have a country of focus. And if you RSVP for those, I will send you samples of teas and coffees from said country and snacks as well too, just to kind of keep the conversation nice and fun. So for example, last month we did Argentina, and then this month we're going to do France. So again, my name is Mtg. I look forward to being able to get a chance to know more of you. I'll put my information in the chat. And just as everyone else said, big thanks to Sal.
Well, thank you, Victor. And by the way, if it's Argentina, I want churrasco. I don't want coffee, or at least the churrasco sauce. Anyway, as Alejandra knows, because she helps me out with this, quite honestly, sometimes I get so excited and so wrapped up into these discussions and introductions that I forget to introduce myself. So I'm going to introduce myself quickly to the group, and especially because we have some new folks here. So my name is Selah Brooks. I'm a business broker. I help people buy and sell businesses. I work with types of businesses that are generally known as Main Street businesses or lower middle market. So that's anything that has 10 to 250 employees, anything that has 0 to 10 or $20 million in revenue, and anything that has, in spite of the coronavirus, which I know everybody's struggling right now, but hopefully positive cash flow from about 0 to about $1 million or $2 million maximum per year. Typical client and referral is somebody that started their business 10, 20, 30 years ago, is now in that age range of 60 to 80, and is looking to retire, to go hang out at the beach in Florida, play golf, take the RV cross country, play with the grandkids at Disneyland or Disney World. And I always tell them, half joking but half serious, before you can do that in style, you got to come see me so we can sell your business, cash you out, and then you have the money to do that. And that's pretty much it. From my side, I have everybody unmuted. So, have any of the introductions triggered questions or comments or interest from anybody else?
Well, I do have one for Rhoda, because Rhoda, your boy Selah is in Indiana too. So, what part of Indiana you are? You're in.
I'm in Indianapolis.
Oh, okay, not too far. And I heard Chicago. Did I hear Chi-Town? Anybody? Yeah,
Chicago.
yeah. So I'm about maybe 2 hours from you.
Where are you?
Yep. So I thought that's pretty cool.
Where are you?
Oh, I'm in LaPorte, Indiana. I don't know if you heard of it. It's a small town. It's little.
I just sent you a chat with my
Okay.
contact information.
Okay.
So
Victor,
Victor,
I'll reach out to you because I actually went to Kansas State, and so I do have a pretty big team within my organization in Kansas City, and you know how that is. Some are from Kansas, some are from Missouri, so a lot of them are from the Kansas side, but I have some team members that are in the Missouri area as well.
Brilliant. Yeah, I'm looking forward to it. I spoke with one of the main head organizers about setting up the Missouri chapter of this club, and he was like, all right, you can choose the day, you can run it, find a couple of co-hosts that are Missourians as well too. So he does have an ETA that he wants to be able to get it up and running within about a month. So again, great opportunity for any of you who want to be able to knock into the St. Louis, Kansas City, Missouri markets.
Yeah, I have a team there already, so I'll reach out to you.
Good.
And by the way, one of the things that I'm personally excited about our little group here, and I was looking at this while everybody was doing their introductions. We had 9 people. Jack had to get off, but still, I think only Barbara and Alejandra would have been driving distance from our physical lunch meetings when we first started this. So it's really cool to me that again, most of the people now in these meetings are outside the Pittsburgh area, which is a lot of fun.
And Keith, are you 678? Are you in Georgia? Where are you located? We can't hear you.
Okay, yeah, I just unmuted myself. Sorry. Yeah,
No problem.
my company is based in Atlanta, but right now I'm in St. Lucia.
And you said you work with, I'm always connecting dots, sorry. You say you work with real estate investors?
Yep, business owners and real estate
So I'm gonna
investors.
hook you up because one of my business partners and then what I do, he runs Real Estate Connections. He's really big in Atlanta. He actually did a Timmy's Peter Pasternak. He actually was the lead character for Atlanta for 3 seasons and flipped his house.
Okay.
So he's very big in the real estate world. And Think Realty, which is Atlanta-based, all real estate investors, is part of my organization as well.
Okay.
So I'll reach out to you separately so we can same with Victor, do a one. I have a big network, so we'll do a little one-on-one or something. I have 60,000 representatives in my team, so I'll do a one-on-one with you, and so we can connect, because I think you would benefit. He runs a group called Real Estate Connections. I think there's 20,000 people in the Atlanta market. And they're always and they have a group, a group in Facebook, and they're always asking, hey, do you like somebody financing or this or that? And I think you would benefit from it. So I'll reach out to you.
Yeah, let's set something up for the week.
Oh, that's Georgia, yeah.
Yeah. Send me a text after the meeting.
Yes, I will. Absolutely.
Perfect.
Mm-hmm. Hey, I bought from Jack. Jack, actually, anybody is looking into cleaner, natural cleaning products, I tried them. My box arrived on Friday. They actually work beautifully. Like a normal, cleaning stuff, but without all the ammonia and all the, you can smell the difference, you can not smell the chemical going right into your brain. So Jack has really good stuff.
Well, see, now we're going to know if he's really going to listen to the video, because if he listens to the video, he's going to send you a thing.
I just gave him a little commercial. Yes, I actually like to support my team members as much as I possibly can here.
So Alejandra, you said you have team members outside of the U.S. as well too?
I do. So we're in 27 countries outside of the United States. Me personally, where I have the biggest teams are in Mexico, Colombia, Peru. Oh, not because I'm from there. I'm from Uruguay. So chimichurri is the sauce you're talking about. So. And right now I'm trying to get into the UK because we have a big team there. My husband has a big team there, but UK, we're selling our own proprietary energy. We're going to be the very first direct sales company that does energy in Europe. So that's going to be huge. So I have a team in Spain already going, but I want to get heavily into the UK. So if anybody knows any business owners in the UK or business managers in the UK, I'm looking for people in the UK. Yeah, so I love what I do. I mean, we use services everywhere. We turn the lights on everywhere. We talk on cell phones everywhere in the world. So it just makes sense.
Makes a lot of sense.
It does. Yeah.
So out of curiosity, being that there's about 2 months left in the year here, what's everyone's focus for the next 2 months? Anything short-term goals that you have set for yourself?
Barbara, you have to have short-term goals. Come on.
I know. I'm like, yeah, acquire some more clients.
Right.
Help my bottom line. That's what I'm trying to do.
Fair enough.
So I write my goals every single month, and I quantify them. So my October ones, I have to go back into my report, see if I hit them or not, or how close did I go from there. But I have to quantify my goals, because if I don't quantify and then I paste it on my wall. So it's down because it's that day in the month. It's the first Monday of the month where I actually go to my report, see if I hit my goals, and then rewrite my November goals. So I will tell you, Victor, here in a couple of days.
Awesome.
What
Yeah.
my short-term goals are. I have long-term goals, but my short-term goals, like what I found about goals, and this is just a little thing that I always think, if you don't quantify your goals, you just have a dream. So you have to quantify your goals, and then what do you need to do physically to actually hit that number? Because if you don't quantify them, you don't know what you're doing. So, I mean, the how-to, most of us spend a lot of time in the how-to. I'm going to arrive to a certain goal. Instead of writing the goal, see what you want. How to will come naturally if you know what you need to achieve. That's my personal experience.
Selah and Keith, do you have specific goals for between now and the end of the year? And have you written them down or put them somewhere other than your head?
Well, I have two goals. It's two deals I'm working on right now. So one of the deals is it's a hotel development out in California. It's a West End hotel. So they're looking to borrow around 60 million. So all the paperwork is in on that. Just waiting on that to close. And another one, also in California, Coachella, California. It's a cannabis development. They're buying a bunch of land out in Coachella, California. They're gonna run a whole cannabis. They got the extraction facilities, manufacturing, everything. So that's about a $37 million deal. So hey, if we can close both of those before the end of the year, that's my goal right there.
You're right.
Good job. Congratulations.
Yeah. So
Do
I
me a
have a
favor.
question for you.
Do this.
And how about Victor? He asked for everybody's goals. Let's ask Victor what is. Do you have them, Victor? Short-term goals that you want?
Oh, wait. Hold on real quick before we go to Victor. If you close both of those deals, I want you to come back and tell us.
Yeah.
Will do.
Then we
Yeah.
can have a party. I don't know how we can have a virtual party. I'll do like Victor. I'll send people like hats or something, and I don't know what we're gonna do, but we're gonna have a party because I know
We can
most.
have a virtual party. Everybody's having them these days. We'll have a virtual party, so
I'll pay for it. Those clothes, I'll pay for it.
sounds good.
All right, Victor. I'm sorry. What are yours?
Yeah, that's actually a very valid question there. I'll answer it because what I do is we like to set both annual goals, but we also have trimester goals as well too. So every 4 months, there's a specific period of just pretty much like how many new clients am I looking to get? What sort of business am I focusing on? Typically, every 4 months, there's a number of, all right, what is my focus going to be when it comes to like what area of financial planning? So, for example, usually the end of the year, insurance tends to be really big. September is like National Insurance Month, so it's a great way to kind of kick off for the rest of the year, just to be a nice reminder of just making sure that families are protected. And so, that's really what I'm focusing right now towards the end of the year, getting new clients and really with my existing clients, making sure that they have some good insurance policies. Even if they don't have them with me, I just want to make sure I can review them because if something does happen to them, I want to at least have like their ears turned to me so I can be like, all right, your parents shared with me this policy, so here's what you need to do, and kind of give them some better peace of mind and take care of one piece of what they need to do going forward.
Okay. And Stephanie, what about you?
Well,
You're quiet there. What are your goals for the end of the year?
My goals for the end of the year are to keep networking. Hopefully, I will find a job, and I'm hoping to find a lifelong partner. That hasn't been so easy. I'd like to find that special gentleman in my life.
Oh, wait a minute. Well, okay, so then I'm
Yes,
sure
we got Barbara here.
We'll have to talk.
Definitely.
Now here's I asked something from Keith. I'm going to ask something for you. When Barbara, because I know Barbara's going to help you. When Barbara helps you find that person,
Yes.
okay, even if we do it virtually, I want you to invite us all to the wedding. You put a little on the screen or a little computer there, and we're all going to go.
Okay, because I've had unique experiences with online dating.
I bet you can.
That's where Barbara comes into play. She'll coach you
And,
through it.
and sadly, I've also had unique experiences on LinkedIn where I've had to block people that have
really?
wanted
No.
Oh,
have
yeah.
wanted to start a friendship and want your phone number. They don't care about my job preference. They just want your phone number. I've been harassed 17 times. Yeah.
You know, it's so funny that you
You
say
have
that,
a
by the
better
way.
Terrible.
picture than me on LinkedIn. I never got hit on LinkedIn.
It's terrible. I've had to, one wanted to send me money.
Oh,
You
snap.
put in the bank
One
account.
guy said, he said I was his angel in his life and he wanted to know if I was on welfare. And I didn't answer him. They are interesting folks. Yeah, 17
Hey,
of them
listen,
I've
you
had
all
to.
have my email, so feel free to send money, okay? I don't have a problem with that. Yeah, use PayPal, use whatever you want.
Yeah, I
Yeah.
use PayPal with my email.
I'll take it.
You'll find scammers everywhere
Oh, yeah.
and stalkers. But Keith, I have a question for you. So I remember when the cannabis industry was starting up, and they said that, because it's illegal federally, but not state-wise, people would have trouble dealing with banks. Like banks didn't want to deal with them or financial institutions. How is that impacting your current situation with the cannabis company?
Great question. Great question. Yeah, like you said, traditional banks, they don't really like dealing with the cannabis industry just because of the extra regulation. So I get more leads because of that. Because, if you're in the cannabis space, you can't just go down to the street to the bank and get a loan. They don't really want to deal with that. So I have private financing available, which is basically individual high net worth investors that are financing the deal, and then also some bank lending options for these cannabis companies as well. So there is a way to get them funded, but yeah, I mean mainstream banks, they don't want to deal with it. They consider it too risky.
Right.
Right.
Yeah. Thank you.
Okay. Well, I'm still curious. I'm going to go back to Selah and Rhoda. Do you have specific goals or whatever objectives between now and the end of the year? And is it in your head or have you written it down like Alejandra?
Well, I do. So I have this board that I have.
Oh,
I'll
okay.
share it real quick. So I've been working from home because what happened was I'm a father. My daughter's like 8 months old right now. So I've been working from home, and so I I wasn't really being that productive the first couple of months. So one thing I know about goals, if you don't have any, you're not really chasing anything. You know what I mean? Like anybody can say, hey, I want a house in 10 years, but what are you doing to get the house? Because my coach used to have this saying for football, okay, you win the play, and whoever win the most plays, you got to win the quarter. After you win a quarter, you got to win the game, right? So it's always a breakdown. So I got daily goals that I write down every day, and then hopefully,
Sorry.
so I guess I'll run through this. So like, I gotta do like 20 businesses, like cold calls, 20 or 30 cold calls, and then I got I gotta write them down in my spreadsheet because I got to Google spreadsheets since I'm working from home from my laptop. I write them down in my spreadsheet. I put on here. I gotta make sure I smile on every call, right? Like they can hear it. Positivity brings you up. Negativity brings you down. Um, and then I put a box in there saying "Be yourself" because who else could I be other than Selah, right? And so that way, at the end of the day, if I didn't make my goals, I put like a check mark next to each box. I should always have a check mark and be myself because who else am I going to be? And if I'm being myself today, I at least got one thing out of the 5 things done. And then I put like a little question thing, like who am I, right? Like before I even get on the call or start my day, I wake up. Who are you? I'm a father. I'm a kid from Cleveland. I was born. Didn't really have a lot of money. I mean, I was really broke growing up. I was so broke. If somebody robbed me, they'd have told me to get a job. Like I had no money at all. Like so, I remember that, and that kind of helps motivate me before I get on calls. I ask myself, what do I want, right? and so I want a great life for my child. I want a great marriage. I'll try to do all these things because I feel like I'm mentally preparing myself before my day. So those I do have daily goals, but my short term goals is I want to make 40 grand this year. I'm 21 and I just got out of high school a couple years ago, and so my first year started digital marketing. I couldn't close the door. I mean, I think I made $3,000 the whole year, and it was bad. I sucked, and so I learned. I got better. I'm doing networking events, so that's my goal before the 2 months. 2 months left. I want to make 40 grand. And then I want to get a nice car. So those are kind of like my short term goals before the end of the year. But I keep a board that way. I'll always remember stuff and keep me motivated throughout my day.
Nice.
That's huge. I love it. Selah, congratulations on that mindset. And you act further than your age. I would have never said that you were 21. With that mindset, man, you're gonna achieve anything you want. Good job. Good job, really. And the board, keep it up, and have a vision board too. Just watch what you want. That car that you want, put it right in front of you. Watch it every day. Like my vision board is right next to me, and to show you. Like I will never live without this thing. It's like right next to me. Everything that I want, it's on this vision board. And I can start like check marking things, that I have gotten that I really, really wanted. I even listened to the CDs, and I was listening to the guy of the CDs, and he impacted my life so much. And he's in jail because he talked, and Big Pharma didn't like him to talk and say certain things. They put him in jail. And I told my husband, I need to meet this guy. My husband wrote to him in jail, and we actually talked to him on the phone, and he was just he impacted my life. So, and I put him on my wall. I put him on my wall. I told my husband, I don't know how I'm going to speak with this guy, but we're going to speak with this guy. And I put him on my wall, and we spoke with him. And what you're doing is so powerful, that visualization of everything, the reminders of the past, but not being stuck there, but using it as a propeller for the future. Man, hats down, like really. I hooked you up on LinkedIn. I want to talk with you. I love the way you're thinking, and I love that you had quantified those goals and you going after them. And congratulations on that beautiful baby.
Thank you.
Yeah,
Awesome
and
work.
by the way, let me tell you, Alejandra just reminded me of something that happened to me the other day, and it's I don't know if you need to take risks. You need to get yourself out there. You can't be shy. And I'll tell you what happened to me the other day. And Victor knows. I know he's going to know these two names when I say them, and maybe a lot of you. But there's two guys that used to come out on CNBC all the time, and I watch TV and I watch them all the time, and I say, my God, these guys, not only are they smart, but they're like really cool people. And it's Ron and Santa and Kenny Polcari. The other day there was a virtual networking event, but they have a different system than this. They hook you up for one-on-one events. And I said, you know what? I'm going to go in there because I want to talk to these guys. I want to meet these guys. And I don't know if I'll be able to, but I'm going to try. Well, guess what? I went in there and I actually got to talk to both of them one-on-one. And that was just so cool. And the best part was, I don't know them in real life. They do on TV, whatever. Let me tell you, they're every bit as cool one-on-one as they are on TV. So, don't be shy. Go out there, go for it, because you never know what can happen.
Power of manifestation, Sal.
Yep.
Power of manifestation, but awesome. So great to have met you at that level, Selah. Really, truly awesome.
Thank you.
Yeah. Okay. Well, guys,
what a
listen.
Great group today, Sal. Thank you so much.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah, I was going to say it's about 2:53, so I'm going to wrap it up because I'm sure a lot of you have, or 2:53 here on the East Coast. But anyway, I'm sure a lot of you have other meetings here at 3 p.m. One last reminder, real quick, if you haven't put your contact information in the chat, please do, because when I email everybody the video on the link for the video on YouTube, I'll send out a copy of the chat also. And then that's it. Any one final word before we call it a day today? No? Okay, cool. Well, thank you all very much for joining me. As Alejandra mentioned, we do this every other week. So we'll do it exactly 2 weeks from today. Same thing, 2 p.m. Eastern here on the East Coast. And I hope a lot of you can repeat and join us again, and help me spread the word. I capped the meetings at 10. Today we had 9, so we would have had room for one more. And that's it. Thank you all very much.
All right. Thanks, everyone.
Thank you,
everybody. So nice to meet you guys. Awesome meeting today. Thank you.
All right.
Bye-bye.
Take care. Bye.
Bye.